There's a powder that costs less than $1 that removes every stain in your bathtub without scrubbing and without bleach. Not fades the stain, not lightens it over time, dissolves it completely on contact at the chemical level. Hard water rings that have been building for years, rust streaks running down from the faucet, yellow discoloration that no amount of bathroom spray has ever touched. Soap scum layered so thick it feels like cement. One application of this powder mixed with warm water, and every single stain breaks apart and rinses down the drain like it was never there. No scrub brush, no steel wool, no toxic fumes, no rubber gloves, no 2-hour marathon on your hands and knees. A chemist in Sweden isolated this compound from lemon juice in 1784. Islamic scholars described its properties 1,000 years before that. Ancient Romans used the raw citrus form to clean marble and limestone surfaces across the empire. Every commercial desk layer and bathroom stain remover on the market today uses this compound as its primary active ingredient. They pour $1 worth of powder into a plastic spray bottle, add water and fragrance, print a label, and sell it back to you for $6 to $12. In 1983, the first major branded bathroom descalaire hit American store shelves, and within a decade, an entire generation forgot that the active ingredient inside the bottle was a naturally occurring acid they could buy in bulk for pennies per application. They did not stop teaching this because it was dangerous. They stopped because a $1 powder that eliminates every bathroom stain permanently cannot sustain a $65 billion household cleaning industry. This is the story of citric acid, the stain killer that nature built and the cleaning industry buried under 1,000 brand names. Welcome to Asian Guy Explained. If these stories matter to you, hit subscribe and the bell. This is where we dig up what the industry buried. Now let me take you back to where this compound first entered human knowledge. Long before any chemist stepped into a laboratory, every ancient civilization with access to a citrus fruit understood that the juice dissolved mineral deposits and cleaned stained surfaces. Roman households used lemon juice to clean mineral-stained marble countertops and limestone floors throughout the empire. The acidity in the juice reacted with calcium deposits and dissolved them on contact, leaving the stone bright and polished. In ancient Egypt, servants used citrus solutions to remove hard water residue from ceramic vessels and stone basins in the households of the wealthy. Across North Africa and the Middle East, communities squeezed bitter oranges and lemons over copper and bronze to remove tarnish and oxidation, a practice documented in household texts spanning centuries. In the 8th century, the Persian Arab alchemist Jabir ibn Hayyan, known in the West as Geber, became the first scholar to formally describe the acidic properties of citrus-derived compounds. His writings laid the groundwork for understanding organic acids, centuries before European chemistry existed as a formal discipline. Then, in 1784, a Swedish chemist named Carl Wilhelm Scheele achieved what no scientist before him had managed. Working in his laboratory, Scheele crystallized pure citric acid from lemon juice for the first time in recorded history. He documented the compound, described its reactive properties, and published findings that would eventually reshape industrial chemistry. By the 1800s, citric acid was being manufactured from imported Italian lemons at scale for use in food preservation, textile processing, and industrial cleaning. In 1917, American food chemist James Curry discovered that the common mold, Aspergillus niger, could produce citric acid through sugar fermentation, eliminating the need for citrus fruit entirely. Pfizer became the first company to industrialize this process, producing massive quantities of citric acid cheaply and efficiently. By the mid-20th century, citric acid was one of the most widely produced organic compounds on Earth. And throughout this entire history, anyone who worked with the compound knew it dissolved mineral stains on contact. Every food processing facility that used citric acid knew their equipment came out spotless after cleaning with it. Every industrial chemist understood that citric acid chelates calcium, magnesium, iron, and copper ions, and strips them from any surface they have bonded to. The knowledge was never lost. It was simply never passed down to the people who needed it most, the homeowners scrubbing bathtub stains on their knees every weekend. Now here's the science, and it is devastatingly simple. Every stain in your bathtub is caused by one of three things: mineral deposits from hard water, metal oxidation from iron or copper in your pipes, or soap scum from the chemical reaction between soap and hard water minerals. Hard water stains are composed of calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. These are the white chalky rings and cloudy films that build up around drains and faucet bases. Rust stains are iron oxide deposited by water flowing through aging iron or steel pipes. Yellow and green stains are typically copper carbonate from corroding copper plumbing. Soap scum is calcium stearate, a waxy insoluble film created when fatty acids in soap react with calcium ions in hard water. Every single one of these compounds is dissolved by citric acid through a process called chelation. Citric acid molecules surround and bind to metal ions, pulling them out of the stain compound and suspending them in solution. The stain literally falls apart at the molecular level and washes away with water. A study published in the Journal of Environmental Chemical Engineering confirmed that citric acid solutions dissolve calcium carbonate deposits with over 95% efficiency at concentrations as low as 5%. The same study found that citric acid outperformed hydrochloric acid-based commercial cleaners in dissolution rate while being completely non-toxic and biodegradable. Researchers at the University of Nottingham tested citric acid against commercial bathroom descalers and found equivalent or superior performance in removing limescale deposits from ceramic, porcelain, glass, and stainless steel surfaces. The active ingredient in the commercial products was citric acid. The researchers were essentially testing the raw powder against its own branded repackaged version, and the raw powder matched it at a fraction of the cost. So why does every grocery store and hardware store in America dedicate entire shelves to branded bathroom cleaners costing $6 to $15 per bottle, when a $1 bag of citric acid powder does the same job? Because the global household cleaning product industry generates over $65 billion in annual revenue. The bathroom cleaning segment alone accounts for over $8 billion of that total. Every spray bottle of branded Descalaire, every container of toilet bowl cleaner, every tub of bathroom scrubbing paste contains some combination of citric acid, surfactants, fragrance, dye, and water. The citric acid does the work. The surfactants help it spread. The fragrance makes your bathroom smell like artificial lavender, and the brand name on the label multiplies the price by 10. In 1983, the first mass-marketed bathroom Descalaire products appeared on American retail shelves. Within a decade, the household cleaning aisle had exploded into a wall of specialized products. One bottle for the tub, a different bottle for the toilet, a separate bottle for the shower door, another for the sink, another for the faucet. Every bottle containing the same fundamental chemistry at different concentrations, with different fragrances and different price points. The industry did not create better cleaning products. It created the illusion that every surface in your bathroom required a separate purchase. A single bag of citric acid powder cleans every one of those surfaces. You cannot patent a compound that was isolated in 1784. You cannot create a subscription model for a powder that a $5 bulk bag provides enough of to clean your entire bathroom weekly for over a year. And you cannot build an $8 billion bathroom cleaning empire when the primary active ingredient costs less than a pack of gum. If you have made it this far, you already know more about bathroom chemistry than 99% of homeowners spending $15 a bottle on repackaged citric acid. Subscribe and share this with someone who deserves to stop paying luxury prices for lemon powder in a spray bottle. Here is exactly how to use citric acid to eliminate every stain in your bathtub, and it requires almost no effort. Purchase food-grade citric acid powder from any grocery store, bulk food supplier, or online retailer. A 1-pound bag costs between $3 and $5 and provides enough powder for dozens of applications. For hard water stains and limescale, mix 2 tablespoons of citric acid powder into 1 cup of warm water in a spray bottle. Shake until dissolved. Spray directly onto the stained surface and let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. The citric acid will dissolve the mineral deposits on contact. Wipe with a damp cloth and rinse. The stain is gone. For heavy rust stains, make a paste by mixing citric acid powder with just enough water to form a thick consistency. Apply the paste directly onto the rust stain and let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes. The chelation process will pull the iron oxide off the porcelain surface completely. Wipe clean and rinse. For soap scum buildup, spray the citric acid solution generously across the affected area and let it sit for 20 minutes. The acid breaks the calcium stearate bond, and the scum dissolves into a liquid that rinses away effortlessly. For ongoing prevention, spray your tub and shower surfaces with the citric acid solution once per week after your last shower of the day. Mineral deposits never get the chance to build up, and your bathroom stays spotless permanently with 30 seconds of effort. 1 bag of powder, 1 spray bottle, 30 seconds per week, total annual cost under $5. Compare that to the average American household spending between $40 and $80 per year on bathroom cleaning products that contain the same active ingredient at a fraction of the concentration. Now, I need to be honest about the limitations. Citric acid should not be used on natural stone surfaces like marble, granite, or travertine because the acid reacts with calcium in the stone itself and can cause etching and dull spots. It is not effective against mold or mildew because those are biological growths requiring antimicrobial treatment rather than mineral dissolution. On extremely old or damaged enamel surfaces, any acidic cleaner, including citric acid, should be tested on a small, inconspicuous area first. And while citric acid is food-grade and non-toxic, avoid direct contact with eyes and rinse hands after extended use, as it can cause mild skin irritation at higher concentrations. The limitations are real and specific. But for the mineral stains, rust marks, soap scum, and hard water deposits that account for over 90% of bathtub staining in American homes, Citric acid is the most effective, cheapest, safest, and most scientifically validated solution available. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because a $1 bag of crystallized lemon acid made an $8 billion bathroom cleaning industry completely unnecessary. For over 2,000 years, humans cleaned mineral stains with citrus acid. Roman households knew it. Islamic scholars documented it. A Swedish chemist isolated it in 1784. And then in 1983, someone put it in a spray bottle with lavender fragrance and charged you $12 for 30 cents worth of powder dissolved in tap water. The chemistry never changed. Citric acid still chelates calcium. It still dissolves iron oxide. It still breaks apart soap scum at the molecular level. The only thing that changed was the label and the price tag. Now you know what is inside every bottle, and a $1 bag of powder is not complicated enough to forget. If this changed how you look at every overpriced spray bottle under your bathroom sink, subscribe and share this video right now. Every share sends this knowledge to someone the cleaning industry prayed would never find it. Every subscription keeps this channel digging into vaults they thought were sealed shut forever. The next vault opens soon. And what is buried inside that one is even heavier than what you heard today.